All right. Good morning, power hitters. Today is May 18th, 2021. I am your mentor and co-host, Jarrett McAllister, alongside my main man, Jonathan Branasso. What's up, player?
Woo! Taco Tuesday. Let's go.
Or some call it Tequila Tuesday, Taco and Tequila Tuesday.
1, 2, 3, floor.
That's straight up. No, it's a good Tuesday, man. And yeah, excited for a little. This is going to be a fun one. Just a quick one, little house cleaning, little Q&A.
Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got going for us?
That's exactly right, Jarrett. Hey, you spoke on JC's training yesterday, Mondays at 9 a.m. Pacific. How did that go?
That was awesome. That was a total honor. And yeah, it was amazing. JC, hits me up about 7:45. Yo, you want to be on my show this morning? The Power Hour that, like you said, JC Rangel hosted 9 a.m. every single Monday. It is an incredible way to start your week, and it is pumped up with high energy. It's all about sales mindset, and I was totally honored to be the special guest there and got to tell a little bit about my story, my background. And we just talked about getting started and mindset. And I actually just went back and looked at it a little bit. I was like, dang, I was saying all that. The energy was high. It was getting people pumped. And I highly recommend everybody check it out. Especially if you have new people on your team, get them to watch it. I do believe you just dropped the link in the chat room. So take a look at that if you guys get a chance. But it was a lot of fun. And, I recommend everybody, if you get a chance, or try to make a commitment to be on there 9 a.m. on Mondays. It's good stuff. There's no better way to start your week.
Sweet. That's great, Jarrett. Yeah, I want to check out that recording. 9 a.m. Pacific. JC Rangel teams train every Monday. So check that out, guys.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, sir. Let's go ahead and jump into some success stories. If anyone out there would like to share a recent success, we'd like to hear about it. Just jump off mute and share.
I'll share a cool one. John. She was fired up that it was, $9, and she was excited about it. So I said, hey, why don't you take that bill and just go ahead and post it on social media? You have a group you're part of or whatever? And she's like, yeah, I'm part of this Miami moms group. I'm like, yeah, why don't you just throw it on there and whatever, see what happens. Look, $1,000 per referral. Let's make it happen. So she puts it on there about a day and a half ago. Last night, she calls me up and she's like, hey, you won't believe how many people I've talked to. I was like, how many? She's like, guess. I'm like, I don't know, 5, 10. She's like, 37. I'm like, 37 people? That's amazing. She's like, yeah, I gave them all your contacts. Some of them started reaching out to me. So that was amazing, right? This morning, she calls me up at like 8:05. She was like, hey, so you know how many more people have contacted me from last night to this morning? I was like, nah, how many? So like, guess. I'm like, I don't know, just tell me. 213 people have reached out to her on this Miami moms group. And obviously, as soon as more people post and comment, it keeps going to the top of the list and new people have seen it. And there's 20,000 people in this group. So I don't know what's going to come out of it, but I'm going to ride this thing to the wheels fall off, and who knows what's going to happen. So that was pretty cool story there. And she became a consultant. She became a consultant. Weird, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Anthony Bonilla wants some of those mentor deals. Come on, Anthony. Bro, hats off. That is a golden nugget today. If you take one thing away from this, guys, community Facebook groups. Get your sister or sister-in-law or wife, whoever, get someone to post in that group on your behalf if you have to. The homeowner's the best way, but those community groups are huge. So awesome work there, dude. You just uncovered a gold mine for the rest of the year.
Yeah. that could keep you busy all summer long. And I think you just hit on it, Jonathan. It wasn't someone pitching solar, like trying to sell it. It was the homeowner saying, check out my $9 bill. Isn't this awesome?
Mm-hmm.
And that naturally people were going to say, how'd you do that? Put me in contact with her. Very powerful. Awesome.
It reminded me real quick. It reminded me of Aparna's story when she got pulled over, and the guy right from the patrol or whatever got all the 600 people, referred to her. So I was thinking about that.
Exactly. The top people in this industry, they find a community, a senior citizen community, a gold mine, the police officers, and that becomes their career. Nice work.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
Good, good. I have a little success story. I'm sitting here to my I call her my ride and die. We've been partners, Mary Warren. And I have my other friend on here, Sandra Marcus from Dallas. She's listening too. So I just recruited them. They're on my team. And I'll pass on these two. Watch it, because here we go.
Woo! I love it. Well, welcome, ladies. It's so great to have you guys on the team, and congrats to building your team there, Laura. That's great.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Jonathan, I need to chime in.
Please.
Well, those are two hard acts to follow, especially Joel. But my success story is I recently recruited a fraternity brother of mine, a very close friend of mine from Houston. He came here to California, reached out to me, and I ended up playing around the golf with him. So I had 18 holes to really just, pique his interest. He should be on the call, a guy by the name of Keith Wiley, who lives in Houston. And I am recruiting him to hopefully become an asset to our team and do phenomenal work in Houston. So Keith, if you're on, just raise your hand, let us know you're listening and you are excited about considering this opportunity with Power.
Hello, everyone.
Keith, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So good to have you. And good job, Dwayne. That's
welcome.
So we have to go to 18 holes to recruit people. Got it.
Between that and wine tasting with Wally, it's not that bad of a gig.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really all about the human connection, right, guys? I mean, and ladies, it's they want to like you. You don't want to go after the sale. And it's a true testament of that, Dwayne. And we have a MPU coming up, I think, in the next week, and an install for a unique situation that another company declined. So good job to you, sir. It's so great to have you. One day I will look as dapper and good as you do.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Super great stuff, everyone. Let's keep it going. Thank you, Jarrett, Joel, Dwayne, Laura, Keith, everybody. So today, I honestly just put a few things together. Solar 101, cost sheets, a few tips and tricks, and we're going to just open it up to some Q&A, get you back out there and keep selling some deals. So in case you don't know, good refresher, what is a kilowatt? KW. That refers to system size or power. So for example, when you have 10 solar panels, if those panels are 300 watts each, that's a 3,000 watt system or 3 kilowatts. And if anything's confusing, if you want me to slow down, type it in the chat bar, jump off of mute. Now there's another thing called kilowatt hour, kWh. That is a measure of how much energy you're using, right? So I hear a lot of people say, can't you just tell me what a 3 kilowatt system produces? And no, it's not necessarily true. What if it's in the Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, Florida, California? What if it's facing east or north or south? What if there's a tree with some shade? There's so many factors that impact the production of that solar panel. And the production or measure of energy is referred to as kilowatt hours. Now we're going to get a little more advanced. What are sun hours? That refers to the efficiency of that solar panel, like how much it's going to produce. So typically, sun hours are somewhere around 1650. If you have a perfect south-facing, no shade solar panel, maybe as low as 1,000. So I want to show a quick example of what that looks like. If I come down to this proposal, we've got some west facing, some south facing. I'm going to hit show details. Right here, you could see I have 8 modules and the sun hours is very strong, southwest, right? 1664 sun hours. And then you can see I have 5 panels, a little bit west north. So we have 1373 sun hours and 1386. So it gets as high as about 1660 and it can get as low as 900 or 1,000. And the tilt of the roof is the pitch, right? How tilted it is. So that also affects production. And azimuth, I don't fully know the technical term, but that refers to the directional facing, north, south, east, west, the degrees at which it's facing. So just wanted to give you a heads up on sun hours, and that's if you click show details. Another way to get some details is by clicking the edit button. At the top left, you'll notice panel arrays. And you can see active modules, 8, 5, and 14, azimuth, degree, direction, west, south. So you can get some more information here. This is a little more advanced. You don't always have to worry about this, but the next thing I wanted to tell you guys, for some of the solar pros and mentors out there, if you don't know how to do this, if a house averages a $300 bill per month, and in Edison, we know it's about 26 cents a kilowatt hour, right? That's the price. That homeowner is using $3,600 a year they're throwing away to their utility. Now, if we divide that by 26 cents average kilowatt hour, we know that this home roughly is using 13,846 kilowatt hours of electricity per year. Now, if our sun hours, remember 1650 is high, 13 is low. If our sun hours is, let's just pretend it's around 1450, you can take the kilowatt hours that they use, 1388.46, divided by the sun hours, 1450, and you get 9.55. So that's approximately the system size that that homeowner would need, of 9.55 kilowatt system. Now, if you know that you're normally charging about $4 a watt with adders and financing and an MPU and a good size system and healthy margin, 9,550 watts times $4 a watt is a $38,000 system. They're going to get their 26% federal tax credit. So that means it's only about $28K for that system, fully financed with a very healthy commission. So maybe some people out there don't know how to do this. Again, it's a little more advanced. Like if someone says my average bill is $200 times 12 is 2,400 divided by 26 cents. 9230 kilowatt hours divided by sun hours of 1,500. They're going to need a 6 kilowatt system, which is going to be about 24 grand minus 26%, 18K. So, take a screenshot of this if you need to, but a little more advanced if you do want to calculate system size and sun hours and how to know about approximate pricing. If you're having a conversation with someone at the bar, like, oh, what's your average bill? Oh, 300 bucks. Okay, you probably need a 10 kilowatt system. And well, what the heck the price is going to be on that? So you could easily just do some math and calculate this right here. Jared,
Where
that
are you coming up with the sun hours, Jonathan? Like, how are you coming up with that number?
The sun hours,
1450.
the sun hours, I just know that like perfect southwest facing is the highest, about 1664. You see that right here?
Yes, I see that.
And if it's like northwest west, it's like 1300. So
You're just kind of getting an average in the middle.
Exactly. I'm just using a ballpark. You could say 1500, you could say 1300. It depends if that home is east, south, northwest. And then we have a question. Could you use Project Sunroof to get sun hours? I'm not too familiar if they give you sun hours in this format, because it depends on the tilt and the azimuth and the shade. But that is a very good tool, Project Sunroof, to look at someone's roof and how much sun it's getting.
Yeah, sorry. So I guess what my point is that you can just essentially put that address in like a Google search. It gives it to you right away. Instead of, if you're using your method, we pretty much have to have the PG&E bill and a lot more information to get this put together, right?
I'm just doing it based off of someone's average electric bill, if they just verbally tell you.
Got it.
But if we do look up Project Sunroof, and if you just Google, guys, Google Project Sunroof, this is what they're referring to. And so it says 1996 hours of usable sunlight per year. I just don't think that that translates to which direction, which tilt, which shading, right? You wouldn't be able to use this number per se.
That's using all sides of the roof, all roof planes, and adding it up.
Right. Yeah, but this is a pretty neat website though, if you've never looked at it. Any other questions on this, Jarrett?
No, I like it though. I like the reverse engineering, how to be able to do it on the fly.
Yeah, and just a lot of people, they're not really sure a kilowatt versus a kilowatt hour. They don't know the difference on those two things. So this took me years to finally grasp. So just keep at it. Feel free.
So to get the size system, so you're taking the kilowatt hours used annually, and you're dividing that by the sun hours, and that's going to get you your size system.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. And it kind of varies.
Those sun hours, are those monthly sun hours or are those annual sun hours?
I believe those are annual.
Annual. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So
yeah, that means
little information, little techie information there for y'all. Just know the difference from kilowatts and kilowatt hours. So let's keep moving on. For some newer people and a good refresher, a quick compensation example. A cost of goods here at Power is anywhere from $1.75, maybe $1.95 if you're using high-end equipment and warranties and everything. 10 kilowatt system, we're going to sell it at $3.50, $35,000 selling price. Maybe we have some adders, $5,500. So 35 grand minus the adders, 5,500, minus the cost of goods is just going to be a margin of $10,000. So that means our commission on this is $7,000 and Power keeps $3,000. If you're using a mentor, it's 50-50 split, 3,500 and 3,500. If you have an ambassador on this deal, the $1,000 will come off of the consultant commission. So 7 will turn to 6. And then if you're with a mentor, it's 50-50, 3 grand and 3 grand. So just to break down a compensation example, if the margin ever goes below $5,000, Power does keep 30% or minimum $1,500. So just know that they at least have to keep $1,500 on every transaction. And I wanted to explain the revenue share, the team overrides, what that looks like. Some people months and months into Power still have a little confusion. So if you personally bring someone into Power and they close a deal, they get an installation, and let's pretend that the commission sheet was the one that we just looked at. Power kept $3,000. Okay. So your person that you brought in gets an install, Power kept 3 grand. You make 20% of what Power keeps, $600. As long as you are active. So you have to have an install every 6 months. Your first 6 months counts as active. You can benefit from revenue sharing, team overrides. If you go 8 months on this platform without one install, but you brought someone in that gets an install, you do not automatically get the override. You have to stay active. So y'all just need one install every 6 months to stay active. Okay. And then if you go 2 levels down, that means you brought in, Jarrett, and Jarrett brought in Dwayne. Then you can earn 2 levels down, 10% of what Power keeps, or $300. But in order to earn 2 levels down, you have to personally bring in 5 people direct to you before you can start earning 2 levels down. So I hope I'm explaining this in the right way. And then it just continues on, right? 3 levels.
And those 5 people, really quick, they do need to be active. So it's very important that all the people that you bring on in order to qualify, those need to be active qualified members,
Yes.
not secret agents sitting on the sideline.
Yes, thank you. Like I have 41 people direct to me that are active, but I actually have like 26 that are inactive. Right? So I really have like 60 people or whatever it is, but 41 are active. So you do have to make sure the people under you, like everyone's goal should be just to get to 5 active and then 10 active, right? And then someone asked if there's compression. If someone goes inactive and then they stop paying their $50 a month, they cancel, then 6 months goes by, I believe it does compress. So then it would move closer to you. That's the only time that would happen. And
what if they're active as far as paying their membership, but have not had an install within 6 months?
That would be technically considered inactive just for the purpose of this conversation.
So is that when compression comes in play? Like
No.
the tier 2? No. Okay.
No. Like if Anthony, if I brought in, Robin, and she brought in you, if Robin's inactive, I'm still making 10% off of you. So it doesn't compress just because they go inactive, if that's the question.
Got it. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
So just to break, down the 6 levels or tiers, we should say, you need active people direct to you. 5 people should be everyone's goal. And just to show you, if you go to my team, consultants, level 1 and active, you can see the total number up here, like 41. So I'm all 6 levels I'm currently open. If I go to inactive on my level 1, I have 20. They're paying their $50. They just haven't had an installation in 6 months, which is fine. So because I have, 41 active, joined recently, or have an install every 6, I get to have all 6 levels of revenue share. And of course, I have to have an install every 6 months myself, or mentor 3 deals every 6 months. That is also a qualifying act to stay active. Any questions on that?
Yeah, I got a quick question. I'm sorry, Jared, if you wanted to go first.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'll go after you.
So basically, Jonathan, what you're saying is, as long as you have that, whatever number of that level in your first level active, it opens up those tiers, right? I didn't mean to call it a tier.
It opens up the corresponding tier. Yeah, you can earn 2 levels deep if you have 5 active on your front line.
Oh, got it. So it's not, I took that as like per level. So I have to have at least 1 active on my front line, at least 5 active on my second line, at least 10 active on my third line. No, that's not correct.
No, 5 on your first, 10 on your first, 20 on your first, and that.
Got it.
So personal recruits open up levels beneath.
Yep. Crystal. Got it.
Okay.
Cool.
My question that I had, I'm sorry. I was gonna say the question that I had about it is, what qualifies as an active sale? Is it date of contract? Is it date of installation, PTO? Install date is
when the job is marked as install complete, that is the active qualifying event.
Okay, that's important to know.
Kiara, 3 mentor deals every 6 months can keep someone active if they just mentor and they never do personal deals.
Thank you.
Of course. All right. So I'm going to show off and brag a little bit. I'm going to show you one of my higher weekly passive checks, little motivation here. In 1 week, the passive pay in one of my higher weeks was $56.29. And you can see a consultant, George, 3 levels down. The consultant made $2,000. Power had to keep their minimum 1,500. So I make 5%, right? 3 levels down is 5%, $75. Paul Leone is level 1 to me. You guys got to increase your commission. I mean, these are still great. He made $24.98. So Power had to keep their minimum 1,500. So $300 there. Let's look at a juicy one. Solar Lily, hats off to Solar Lily. She had a margin of 12,786. Holy crap. Her commission was $89.50. Power kept $38.35 because she's my level 1. I make 20% of what Power keeps, $767. So that is a nice one. Lily, I owe you lunch. So that's the way it works, guys. You can see the net margin. And another question I've been asked too is, if someone's a mentor on a deal, do they get any team override, or does it flow up from them? Exactly, Jarrett. It only goes up from the consultant, which is the person that puts in the lead, puts in the deal. The revenue share only flows up from them. So these deals could have had mentors, right? Lily is the consultant. She could have assigned a mentor. George could have assigned Anthony or JC as a mentor, but that doesn't matter when it comes to revenue share. It only flows up from the consultant that entered the lead.
Hey, can I motivate you guys a little bit more, Bernasa?
Yeah.
So I had a deal that JC Rangel mentored last year, 16,000 commission. So we split that, and he got like 14 or 1,500 on that first tier.
Holy crap.
I think you owe me lunch too, though.
Yeah, he owes you dinner, vacation, I think. Yeah, guys, and the real magic here, like Anthony just said, is if you're looking to get into the multiple six-figure income, you're becoming a mentor, you're building a team, you're mentoring team deals, and then you're overriding off that. And it's all good, it's all fair, everyone's making an amazing amount of money, but that's the true ticket if you want to set that as a goal. All right, let me just check the questions here before we move on. What if your recruit is the mentor? Again, it only flows up from whoever the consultant on the deal is, whoever enters the lead. The revenue share floats up there. If I bring in Jarrett and someone in Texas not on our team assigns him as a mentor, I do not benefit from revenue share. I support my leaders and I want them to make money and reinvest in their business, so I always promote them, but I do not benefit financially in that situation. And yeah, Michael, there's no half override. It's just from, it just flows up from the consultant. And someone said, I made money before, but I have no idea where it kind of came from. So go into power.com, click on my earnings. On the top left, you'll see daily and you'll see weekly. That, and I'm not going to show you because I don't want to show you all my pay, but that is where you can see.
Do it.
That's where you can see your daily commissions.
Come on, Jonathan.
And your weekly.
Won't tell anyone.
Passive. All right, moving on. Take it easy. I want to look at a couple cost sheets real quickly, and one of them is going to have a battery. So this was a cash deal, 11 kilowatts, Hanwha 320 black on black, 35 panels, N-phase. So you get to see the cost of the modules, the inverter. There is a $750 project management fee for our project managers, and a warranty reserve power sets aside to honor its warranties. The construction, the actual cost of construction here is only 90 cents. Now, if you guys know, in our solo proposal tool, what does the base price show? Who can tell me? The base price is what? In California, the base price is $1.15. But if we look at this commission sheet, this installer is only charging 90 cents. So oftentimes the commission comes back a little higher than you could have expected. There may be a permit cost, there may be structural cost, there might be additional adders, but in general, the construction cost, at least in California, is lower than $1.15, which is a great thing. We have some adders. We've got a 30-year warranty on this. I sold it at $33,000, which is a great cash deal. The margin was 11,327, and I made $8,000 commission. This was a free lead from Facebook community group, by the way. Now, if the total margin was 11,327 and I made 79.29, that is 33.98 that Power kept. And I have roofers working on the roof, so apologies. So 33.98. Charles Thompson, who is above me, gets 20% of that. He got $679 off of this deal. All right, another commission sheet. I just sold this one recently. 25-year Lone Pal 1.99, 9 kilowatt system, Eagle 375 panels, 24 panels, N-phase IQ7 pluses. Ladies and gentlemen, this is some of the best equipment in the industry. IQ7 pluses, Jinko Eagle 375 is made in Florida, black on black, an amazing loan. The module cost, the racking cost, Power starting to procure the racking now. Once we procure lots of racking, our costs can come down. Inverter, extended 30-year warranty. Again, project management warranty reserve. Construction cost, crazy cheap on this one, 66 cents. But you have to add the racking too, so 20 cents. So 86 cents is pretty much the base on this one, ridiculous. And then the dealer fee for the loan, sold it at 39K, project cost, margin. I'm the mentor on this one, so I'm making 3,500. My mentee, the consultant, is making 3,500, and we have an ambassador that's making $1,000. Now, I brought in this mentee. His name's Corey. So what did Power keep? 11,532 times 30%, 3,459. So 20% of that is $691. Plus my 3,536, $4,200. This lead, this guy, is at another company whose installer only drives 60 miles. So guess what? He needs a nationwide badass to sell all the deals that are outside of his 60-mile radius. So if you know any solar pros that are at a solar company that they only drive 60 miles, you definitely want to make friends with them, because this even had a main panel upgrade too. So kick-ass deal all the way around, just kick butt deal. All right, this is with an N-phase battery. It should be getting installed soon. A lot of people ask, what do batteries cost? And this is a cash deal. I have a lot of cash deals. 14 kilowatt system, 35 Aptos 400s, IQ7 pluses. Again, module cost, racking, inverters, 30-year warranty. The battery cost in California here was $8,700. I'd even just round it to $9,000. Project management warranty reserve, construction only 90 cents, but that racking is 20 cents. So about $1.10 base on this one. I still came up on 5 cents, right? I sold it at $48.9, an amazingly low price for a battery, cash. Project cost, margin, I'm making $39.12. As a mentor, my mentee's making $39.12. And there is a $2,000 adder for the N-phase storage parts, equipment, and labor necessary for the installer to install that. So as you can see, let's just call this 9 and let's call this 2, so 11. Anybody know what the N-phase battery is on our proposal when you check it, the box?
Yes, about
13,900.
One more time.
13,900.
Sounds about right. I'm actually showing 14.7 right here.
That's in Florida, so I don't know if there's no difference.
13.9, yeah. So if it's 14,767 and the cost is 11, let's even round up a little higher, 11,500. Maybe there's another installer that is going to charge more. Minus 11,500. That's a margin of 32.67. So even though I went really low on my price, I knew that there was some margin in the battery. So I lowered my price even more because that battery added about $3,000 to my margin, which is fantastic. So that's the cost of a battery in California recently. And then I had one question, Kiara, how long after our consultants get their install are the overrides paid? The override, team override, is generally the week after they receive their M2 payment, and it's every Friday. So if your recruit had an install, probably in 2 weeks after install, they'll get their M2 payment, and the following week on Friday, you'll receive your team override, is how that breaks down. All right, guys, a few last announcements here. June 11th and 12th is going to be awesome. There's a guest speaker that I don't know if it was announced yet, but Jonathan Budd will announce it this Thursday. let's just say he's on Netflix and he's done something so amazing no one else in the world has ever done. So June 11th and 12th, you really want to be on for that event, Force of Nature, I believe it's called. And this is all through Power.live. It's optional trainings if you want to be on here. And tomorrow they're even doing a, is it tomorrow? 18th, 19th. Yeah, May 19th, they have a 1 hour class tomorrow as well. So tune in for that, but definitely add June 11th and 12th to your calendar for that 2-day convention. It's going to be awesome. And June 11th is my birthday. So if you're all on June 11th, that'll be my birthday gift. Some steps to success here. Like always, I have a Google document that just has a bunch of good stuff in it.
Jonathan,
Yes.
quick word. The movie is really recommended. Free Solo.
I can't understand you. What was that?
The movie Free Solo is really recommended.
The movie Free Solo. Yes, Jora, thank you so much. I don't know if that was announced, but yeah, check out the movie Free Solo on Netflix. So I just put it in the chat here, getting started, steps to success. And I'm just going to take 2 seconds to go through some of this stuff real quick. You know, pass the training, watch an onboarding video, attend a Q&A or a new consultant launch, watch a video how to use Solo right here. Watch some welcome videos, close some deals with some mentors, see a list of all the mentors on our team, click here. Trainings, 9 a.m. Mondays, 10 a.m. Tuesdays. Videos to share. Marketing materials for our own team that we've made on the Google Drive. Power has marketing material. Ordering shirts and swag and flyers. You could go to poweroutlet.com and text Anthony Bonilla. He has a lot of stuff too. If you need an HIS license in California, Power Calendar, resources page, some YouTube channels to subscribe to, some trainings. If you're new to Solar 101, we got a bunch of videos to watch. They're short. And if you want some intermediate training, all of these Tuesday weekly team trainings are all right here. This is a great document to share. And then who to contact at Power, we have a contact list as well. So I highly recommend use this as your guide for anything that you need. And the other thing I'm going to recommend is Power University. You can go to power.com, click the menu and hit Power University. I was going through this yesterday. There is a ton of courses and learning paths in here, scale up presentations, mission, values, but you can even go down more to post-sales training, pre-sales training, solar foundation. If you have a new home, the Power Platform, revenue plan, financing, my projects, understanding proposals. I mean, there is so much in here. Any question can be answered just in here. It's ridiculous. So Power University, make sure to check that out. And always use the steps to success getting started document. And of course, blog.power.com is the other resource for all things Power. 12-month rebate, guys. It's likely we only have 12, 13 days left. So get out there and tell everyone 12 months promotion, no payments for 12 months. Definitely push this for the next 2 weeks here before we close out the month of May. All right. There is a re-roofing questionnaire. If you need a roofing quote, I'm going to put this link in the chat. You can fill out this questionnaire. Christina Johnson is in charge of the roofing department. If you want to onboard a roofer, maybe you know a roofer that's really serious and wants to maybe be a roofer that Power recommends, email Christina. If you need a roofing quote, fill out that form or email Christina as well. And shout out to Reggie, all-in-one team roofer here in Southern California. He's doing like 3 roofs for me, guys. One of them is starting this Thursday. His price point comes in low and aggressive. I always get 3 roof quotes every time. So I really like Reggie in Southern California. Let me just get the questions real quick. Mary asked, what is the construction cost? That's basically the cost of the installer installing it, right? That includes site survey, installation, that includes inspection and submitting the NEM documents, getting PTO. That's currently what the installer is responsible for. Some of them are responsible for racking as well. And as of recently, Power is procuring some of the racking themselves. So that's what the construction cost is. It's the base price that we see in pricing in Solo. Leah asked, do you know if the Power live trainings are being recorded? I do not know that yet, but if you want, email support@power.com and ask that question. Mr. Carey, I had a client sign a cash contract, but they just moved in and do not have a PG&E bill. Is there other required info we need to provide? You should be okay. You know, eventually you're going to need the meter number, which is on the side of the house, and the account number, which you can get by calling PG&E or going on the website once the homeowner makes the website portal for PG&E. So those are the 2 things you generally need to get. You can take screenshots of the PG&E website to satisfy the interconnection documents to get your PTO. They may ask for a utility bill though once the homeowner gets a bill, but you should be fine. And then one more question, Mary, is the re-roofing the construction cost in the deals you showed? No, roofing is totally separate. If someone needs to pay for a roof or they want to add roof to the project, that is a totally separate thing. Work with a mentor and they'll guide you through it. Roofing is not normally included on every job. And if I can clarify that more, feel free to jump off mute. All right, one more advanced thing. This is a little bit more for the mentors on the call. If you go to phx.gosolo.io, you can actually go in and log into the back end of Solo, and you can change the name, email, and phone number on the fly. And if you want to reset your logins for Solo, there's a form to fill out, which I will give you guys right here. So if this isn't making sense, don't worry about it. This is just a little more advanced to log into the back end of Solo. You can change the name, email, cell phone on the fly, hit save and refresh the proposal if you're trying to sign loan documents. So a little bit more for the mentors there.
Can I just say really quick how much of a lifesaver that is? Ever since being granted the ability to do that. I mean, you go through and, you know, oh, let's do the wife's name, or, oh, that's not my legal name. This is my legal name. Being able to do that on the fly is invaluable. So that's awesome.
Yep, absolutely. I'll do a few more slides and then we'll just wrap it up to Q&A. So swag, like I mentioned, again, shout out to Anthony Bonilla. He's got all these t-shirts. He's got women polos and V-necks, and he's got these awesome hats. I love this white one personally. So text him 323-717-0467. I appreciate you, Anthony, that you help out the team with this swag here. And if you prefer, go to poweroutlet.com where you can order swag, shirts, yard signs, goodies, you know, whatever you want at poweroutlet.com. Okay, future trainings, always at powercalendar.com. Thursday, mark your calendars, please. This Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, the CEO call with Jonathan Budd. And always Fridays, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 Eastern, Q&A with Bobby Smith. If you have questions, you want to jump on, you want a team build, jump on Friday's call. And for mentors, in case you didn't know, once you become a mentor, it's basically required meeting every Monday, 12 p.m. Pacific, a mentor call. Future Tuesday trainings for us next week. It's a good one. BNI director, Michelle, is literally going to train our team on looking into BNI, being successful with BNI, and how to make a crap load of money with BNI. I closed 13 deals in 1 year just from BNI groups alone. So attend that. Other future trainings, Bobby Smith is going to do a recruiting team building training. Kiara will be probably doing a team building training as well. I need to get to do this ASAP, officially rolling out a donating, giving back campaign, Prosperity Homes and Give Power, a slide for your slide decks, and we'll do some monthly donation or per installation. And then we can teach on real estate. We have a lot of great realtors on the platform, like Marisa and myself and some other realtors. So we'll teach on real estate, more lead gen to come. And then all things roof, concrete tile, clay tile, picture frame install, metal shingles, skip sheathing, plywood, all that stuff. We'll go through roofing as well. And if you're new here and you're new to solar, rely on your mentor. They will show you the way and teach you all of this stuff. You don't have to get off into the weeds. We're literally here to do two things: collect an electric bill and tell people that we sell solar. That's it. All right, last two things here. The California tour. This is rough numbers, rough dates, okay? So in person, we're planning a June 8th with Bobby Smith, Charles Thompson, JC Rangel, and myself, LA, Orange County. June 15th, 16th, and 19th, Northern California. Wrapping it up with a Super Saturday training in Northern California, June 19th. San Diego will come down south the 22nd. Then we'll do an Inland Empire, Ontario, likely. We'll do in Los Angeles, Downey. And then we'll bring it all home with a Super Saturday training in Anaheim on the 26th. So these will be formally announced, dates, times, locations, but start to mark these in your calendar. If you want to attend, if you want to build into it, invite people into these events. They're awesome, high energy, and the team is really going to grow just from this California tour. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for now. I did see one question come in. I was told there is an adder for small systems. Is there a page with miscellaneous adders? Let me go ahead and answer that question before I end the recording. The coolest proposal tool I've ever seen in the solar industry is Solo. And the reason is because it's all live and interactive. So to answer your question, if the system size drops below 4 kilowatts, and the minimum size is about 8 panels, by the way. Don't ever sell a system that's lower than 8 panels. But if the system drops below 4 kilowatts, 11 times 350 is 3,850 watts, or a 3.85 kilowatt system. You can click on pricing and you will see an under 4 kilowatt adder of 13 cents automatically showing up. And to that point, all the adders are in here. Extended warranty, 30 years. You can set your price and your margin, your commission. You can do an end-phase battery. Maybe you need a main panel upgrade. Maybe you have concrete tile or flat roof or ground mounts. Ground mounts right here. You could hit update, go to pricing. Our ground mounting adders, 45 cents a watt for ground mount. So all adders, all pricing automatically show up here. Under 4 kilowatts, yes, there is an adder, and it's about 13 cents per watt in this example. So I always recommend just getting up to that 4 kilowatts, right? Because if we look, $73 a month for a 4.2. But if we drop here, what was that, $1 or $2 difference for another panel because of the price difference. So always try to get to 4 kW or higher to benefit the customer. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up recording. I think there's 2 more questions here. So I really appreciate you all watching this training today, and we will have a lot of great future trainings coming up.